Should I stay for the summer? Should I stay for the summer? Close my eyes to the haze of the light. In the end, leave behind what you lost in the night. Give it time, give it time. As we walk through the green, through the meadow, gotta know, gotta know. Over hills we will stay till tomorrow. Let it go, let it go. Should I stay for the summer?
Svetlana, the firefly in the room.
Hello everyone, and hello Baloo. Hello everyone, welcome back to my... So now you wanna leave. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanna chat with you about houseplants, of course. I wanna make this a laid back video because I just wanna share some awesome new growth updates on some of my plants. Today I actually prepared 10 plants. There were many more that are growing right now and doing something fun with them. But these specific ones we haven't seen in a while, so I thought, oh what the heck, let me probably stop showing you stuff that I just keep on showing you because I'm really excited about it. I mean, don't get me wrong, there will be some plants that you've seen not that long ago, but at the same time, there will be some that you haven't seen in at least half a year, so that should be fun, right guys? Oh, you know what, just for funsies, I just finished painting this pot. This one is one of my newest orders. Look, what you think? What you think? This one is actually so exciting for me because I love witchy stuff, and the order sounded like, oh, I like something witchy, I love X-Files, I like aliens, and what do I think if we would put a houseplant into a cauldron? And I was like, I think I get what you want. So this is what I came up with. I think this is so much fun and looks such a nice as a contrast with the plant together. I already tried. I mean, which one should we pick? Let's go with Manila Potos. This one's going nuts. Just look at it. This will look... Oh my gosh, I'm so afraid to break it. This... Right? Oh my gosh, this looks fabulous. Okay, since I already picked up the Manila Potos, let me go with this plant and let's start and kick off this video. So I think I unboxed this plant around 1 year and 3 months ago. It's actually still in the very same pot I got it in, so this spring I will be repotting it. But as for now, somewhere I read that these potos or epipremnums really love to be root bound, so I went with it and just look how crazy this thing is. When I unboxed it, it had maybe 8 leaves or something around that, and this one is going crazy on me. I mean, look at this bush. It is so beautiful. I love the variegation on the leaves. I love the pattern. It actually stands on my shelf over here, so you can see it in every single of my video, and I think this is such a nice filler because it's so bushy, you cannot almost see anything behind those leaves. So really in love with this one. So I wanna get it a trellis, so I'll receive some bigger leaves on it as well. I mean, look on those newer leaves. They are so beautiful. What a nice pattern of growth. And this is, every single one just looks like a piece of art in my opinion. I really love them. I love that some of them are really marbled and do not have almost green on them, and the others are so much more different. So really cool plant, and this is obviously one of my favorites. And you know what, when I unboxed it at first I was a little bit doubtful because, you know, I have a bunch of different epipremnums like Potos Enjoy, the Marble Queen, the green version, the yellow version, all different stuff. This was the one that I haven't had before, and you know what, I fell in love with this thing. This is so beautiful, it's so resilient. I read a lot that they are pretty tricky plants, but you know what, Since I do not overwater it, I am underwater with this one, it seems that it appreciates it. So just a little tip for those who are maybe curious about these plants. Really appreciate underwatering, and as you can tell, thrive in conditions like so. So really happy for this. Maybe probably let's put it back on the shelf so you can see it in this video as well. And also I'm afraid to break it. So as you can tell, it's almost overgrown my shelf. At the same time, it looks so cool in there, isn't it? Oh, look at it. Let's put Rocky back. Okay. Alright, plant number 1, right? Another one is actually kind of a funny and dorky story. So this is my Anthurium clarinarium, or something that is left out of it. I actually have this plant for at least 2 years right now, and you know what? I have been fighting trips on this thing for over a year right now. It's been a struggle, it's been through a lot. I have been giving it showers with soap, with all of the pest treatments and stuff like that, and this guy just, you know what, at one point this winter I thought I lost it because it lost all of the leaves and the very tip of it became black. So I thought, okay, this is a sign, he's dying. I'm gonna lose my one of the favorite Anthuriums ever. But then I noticed that it started to give me spikes, and not 1 but 3 spikes. And one of them finally shot this baby leaf. I think this is so cute. The fun part is that Anthurium leaves, when they start growing, it won't stay this size, it will keep on growing. So that is very exciting because it had huge leaves before that. So finally I can see some points of growth, and this makes me very happy because I thought this is it. I'll be honest, I thought 99% it's dead, and I was almost on the way to throwing it out or putting it out to my balcony where it's like minus 20 degrees sometimes in Celsius, so to the deathbed in other words. But you know what, I'm glad I didn't. I just wanted to let it be, since I have some space on my shelves and, you know, on my furniture. Why to not use it and see what happens? Maybe some plants will make surprises like this one did, and I'm really excited this one did. This is so cute. Oh, that small leaf. Alright, another one. Actually, this is a first video in a while since I will be showing you a bunch of epipremnums. I mean, 2 epipremnums in one video. Oh my gosh, what a treat. Another one is Epipremnum skeleton key that I unboxed as well from one of you guys. And this one is thriving. I finally think I will be working on a bigger trellis for this one because it's just going nuts. I only had a little tiny stick in here because I thought it will be a slow grower, but it's not. It's actually such a fast grower, and I think soon either I will propagate it. I think more logical would be to propagate it and then plant it all together with more branches into one pot, because this is so cool. I love the shape of the leaves. This one looks so cute in my opinion, so adorable. Very interesting plant. I love the shape of the leaves. It reminds me of Cebu Blue that you can see over here. Can you see? Yes. So in here I have a Cebu Blue, but this one has a little bit more heart-shaped leaves and is not that thin. So, and color of course is a little bit different, it's more bluish, but very similar plants and at the same time pretty cool plants. So this one is just something that I noticed myself going to check on a little bit more often than I used to before. It also had trips, but we won that battle, so I'm really happy for it. Look how shiny this new leaf is. Oh my gosh. Actually right now we have a snowstorm outside, so I'm trying to work with my lights. So if you won't be able to see like nice details or colors on my plants, that's because it's dark in here. Like it's dark in here, you know. Okay, let's talk about Syngonium. This is my Syngonium Wendlandii. I think, yeah, I got it in a plant swap. I swapped this one to a Hoya cutting right now, as I'm thinking. Hoya macrophylla cutting. And I was so happy I did. I have the opportunity to pick out of 3 plants. Of course, I picked the one that was the bushiest one. And this one, there are 3 plants inside of the spot. And look at all of those beautiful leaves. Actually, not that long ago, I was watching Kayla Ellen's video, and she was mentioning these ones, and you know what? I so love it. Actually, it was so cool when you're watching Kayla Ellen's video, and she, you know, is famous for having rare plants, and then you just go through the list of her plants, and like half of them you have. This was like this realization in my mind that I was like a little bit blown away, because Never thought I will be sitting in this chair and saying that, but here we are, so pretty cool. But anyway, back to the Syngonium. I love how velvety leaves on this one are. It's also standing on my shelf next to this Phalaenopsis orchid. Oh my gosh, I want to say philodendron orchid. Next to this Phalaenopsis orchid, and it receives a bunch of sunlight, or like not real light, from my plant spectrum 32 lights. It keeps on pushing new leaves for me. This is one of the newest leaves as well. So very beautiful plant, very easy to take care of. Once again, I just water it once a week and it seems to be very happy. Very happy, very beautiful. Just love the velvet feel on these leaves and how they're looking together with that silver stripe. Beautiful. It needs a little bit of a shower, but still a very beautiful plant. Ooh, gorgeous. Okay, another one is a pretty fun story, and kind of not, it's more sarcastic story. Another plant is actually the one that I have been talking with you not that long ago. I think I was filming a video about it about a month ago, let's say, right? So I had this mother plant and I decided to split it in two pieces. One piece I kept for myself, another one I gave to my fiance to bring to his office, so he will have that little piece of home, you know, in front of him on his desk. And everything seemed fine, but then he noticed that somebody just kept on watering this plant and the soil was just extremely moist. And you know what? Obviously, the Zamioculcas died because it rotted, because they do not like to be overwatered too much. And that's a bit sad for me, because that half was a little bit more chunky, had more leaf shoots and new spikes of leaves, like new growth spikes. So I was really excited for him to see how cool these plants are growing. I mean, he is already a big fan of black foliage, but he was also so curious when I said that the new shoots come in neon green and then they changed the color like with time, and he was like, wow, this is so cool. And I was like, yeah, nature is really cool. So that did not work out. That plant passed away, and you know what? I'm glad I still managed to keep another half happy and safe. And right now, since it's giving me two new shoots of new growth, this makes me very happy, because it doesn't feel like a really, like, just, you know, throw away half of my plant because it died in about a month. So really sad, really rude, but I'm happy that this plant is bouncing back, giving me new growth, and looks happy as never. So really happy. Sorry for the dust on my leaves, guys. I keep on dusting my home, but living into an apartment with constantly closed windows because it's -degrees Celsius outside, it's really cold, and owning two dogs, it's a really great combination for dust collecting. So I'm like the biggest collector of dust in this town, probably. But anyway, beautiful raven. Ooh, gorgeous. Alright, another one is a pretty random one, but you know what? While I was cleaning my shelf and watering my plants this weekend, I noticed this Euphorbia, and to be honest, I was not paying attention to it for, since summer, to be honest. And right now we are in winter, and I never ever noticed anything interesting about it. It was standing on the very top of this shelf, and you know what? I picked up this pot and was like, wait, why do you have so much new leaf and so much new growth? You're Euphorbia, shouldn't you be asleep right now? But here's this Euphorbia. Unfortunately, I forgot the name of it, but just look at all of that new growth. You can tell the new growth by the very bright green color on the very top. So at least 4 new leaves. Also, the branch itself is growing as well. So this is so cool. This specific Euphorbia just really reminds me of palm trees. And you know, just being all quirky and dorky, this is something that I think I will be putting into my fairy garden whenever I have an idea or inspiration to make one. But I was really surprised to see so much growth on this one, and I'm pretty sure you do not see this plant that often on the internet, so you're welcome. Here's how they're doing during the winter. I think this is so cool. I love the shape of the leaves, I love how succulent they are, but also how wrinkly they are. Such a cool plant, and the stem itself is really like woody, and it's not spiky at all. Even though it looks spiky, it's fine. Cool, right? Actually, still remember me buying this plant together with my mom and my sister in one of our outings, so special plant to my heart, and you know what? It's cool to see it's thriving. Unexpected and cool. Okay, another one. About this one I talked with you about 2 months ago, so I want to show you my Puffy Pedilum orchid. This orchid just rebloomed to me about a month ago, and I I was a little bit concerned and worried when I was talking with you about her because I noticed that there was no new shoots of babies, and if you're not familiar with puffy pedilum orchids, after they finish out blooming from the very top of its crown, right, it do not grow any more leaves. The plant itself just starts to die off and push out babies, so the babies will do the same thing. They will grow, then they will bloom and die off and push out new babies, and generation after generation you'll have in the very same pot. So I was a little bit worried about this stuff because I had two plants in this pot. Both of them already bloomed to me, so you can tell this one half in the middle, the spike left from the bloom, and that one in the back, right? But also to that in the back you can see the baby. So finally this happened. I was really scared, guys. This is a pretty special orchid in my collection, so I really did not want it to lose it, and it seems like I won't. And not only it has a baby from that side, not only it has a baby from that side, it also seemed to have something going on over here. Can you tell? Something new is peeking out of that leaf, and I'm really curious what that will be. Maybe that will be another baby, but I've never seen babies growing just out of the bodies of Paphiopedilums, if we can call it that way. But you know, really interesting. Let me know if you're curious to see what will be going on over here, and if you want to see more updates on this orchid, because it's not that special right now since it's not blooming, because most people love orchids for the blooms, but this specific one I just really love for the foliage. I mean, look at that. What a beautiful thing. Very, very beautiful orchid. So really stoked I won't be losing it. I'm really stoked I won't be losing it, guys. Oh my gosh, so excited for this one. Actually went through the 7 plants pretty quickly, at least in my opinion. Right now I want to show you 3 more plants, and these ones are a little bit on the newer side in my collection. So, I mean, not little bit, they are new in my collection and they're pretty cool. So I just could not film this video without sharing some new growth on this Monstera Warrior because it's going nuts, guys. Both of the aerial roots are shooting the roots into the water, and you know what? I just noticed that these roots are growing that quickly, and they are so strong that they started to push out this plant out, like this cutting out of this dish, because before that I could put this like this note part in the middle, in between the edges of this round part, like of this neck of this dish, and right now I just cannot because the roots are so grown and there are so many of them, they're just pushing the plant out. So you know what, I think this might a little bit affect my choice of repotting it, because at first I was planning to keep it in this water jar for at least a month or even couple more months, because it just seems to be very happy in here. It's growing a new shoot. Look at it, guys. So it seems to be pretty good in here, and I did not want it to change anything and maybe wait a little bit more for spring. But you know what, I think we will need to repot it a bit sooner than I expected, so stay tuned for that. I still am curious, maybe I'll try out some different kind of mediums, maybe pon, maybe leca, still not sure, because I am afraid to experiment with plant that is really special when I know that my soil mix that I'm using for most of my aroids are working like perfectly fine. So I'm still on the edge, like still thinking, should I experiment with this one or go the safe route? But also a lot of you said that these monsteras are doing pretty great in leca or pon and stuff like that. So still in conflict with my own mind about this one, but very happy about it. Very, very happy about it. Okay, and since we are talking about yellow variegation, let me talk about another one. Let's put it out of the way, and I am talking about my Syngonium Warrior, and I showed this plant to you not that long ago as well, and I was a little bit concerned because the newest leaves did not came that variegated, and you know, you said, okay, it's Warrior, just relax, the variegation will show up in, you know, with some time, and I was like, yeah, okay. But this specific leaf, guys, I think this one won't have any kind of variegation. It's already pretty much mature, and I mean, look at this one. This one is a baby leaf from another baby on this plant, and you can already see it's gonna be a half moon. Such a beautiful leaf, this one right next to it is also seem to be half moon, so this is really exciting, right? I mean, there's also a small baby half moon. Can you see that one? Oh my gosh, so adorable, so cute. So I am not that mad about these baby plants I have in here, but this one, the grown Syngonium, is really working on my nerves because it seems to be losing variegation, and I'm not sure what's going on, because all of them, of course, received the very same conditions and the babies seem to be very happy, but the mama plant with every new leaf seems to be losing the variegation. So I'm a little bit worried about it. The new leaf also seems to be pretty green, but once again, it's pretty fresh. So let's just give it time and see what's going on, right? But for now, I'm just saying I'm concerned, guys. I'm really concerned. Not about the babies. Babies are doing flipping great. But still flipping concerned. It's gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be fine. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be great. Alright, and last but not least is my new Hoya that I unboxed in, I think 2 weeks ago maybe. I unboxed this dream Hoya of mine. This is Hoya Vatlana, and the fun part is that both of Hoyas I unboxed, this one and Kalimantan, are rooting, so this is a very nice news, right? But the other thing that really makes me so happy is that this baby leaf that it had when I unboxed it, it actually started to grow. And this just blew my mind because, you know, it's obvious whenever you go through transit, especially while shipping plants during the winter months, it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's pretty logical probably that the baby leaves that was in transit might just fell off the Hoya, especially the ones that are a little bit more tricky, like this Hoya Vatlana. But you know what? It seems like I'm giving pretty good conditions to this Hoya, because not only it's rooting all throughout its branch, which is amazing. I mean, look at it. Look at all of those roots on the stem, right? It's also is growing this baby leaf. Just look how big it already is. When I received it, when I unboxed it, it was about like 3 times smaller. And it's been in my home for a little bit over a week, so almost 2 weeks. It's growing. Not only roots, it's growing a leaf, and this makes me so happy. Guys, I'm doing something right. It's standing in my prop box of perlite, and you know what? Both of these Hoyas seem to really love it. So you were so right when you said to use a perlite propagation method for these Hoyas, because it's working. It's working, and you can be the judge. Oh my gosh, really exciting. Alright, and these are all of my plans for today's video. Of course, there are so many more plants that are growing right now, that are blooming right now, but I wanted just to put a little mix into my videos and show you some plants that you haven't seen in a while. Of course, I could not resist to show you the last plants I showed you, but the ones that I showed in the beginning, I think it was a nice mix, right guys? I'm sorry today I feel kind of odd and weird, and speaking in English seems to be very difficult for some flipping reason, no idea why. So if I seem a little bit off today, not sure what's going on, probably snowstorms and a lot of stuff. But anywho, I still had a lot of fun chatting with you about plants, so I hope you did enjoy it as well. Before leaving you guys, let me teach you another language lesson. So I have this orange notebook. This is my YouTube ideas notebook that I just, keep on writing in here. But anyway, I have this orange notebook. So first word that came to my mind right now is orange, and not the color, but the fruit. So let me teach you how to say orange, fruit, orange in Lithuanian and in Russian, because maybe today you will be drinking orange juice and you will know how to say it in Lithuanian or Russian. So let's just go with it. Let's just go with it, right? So if you want to say orange in Lithuanian, you need to say apelsinas. Once again, apelsinas. And if you want to say orange in Russian, you need to say apelsin. Once again, apelsin. Very different from the English one, right? So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments which one of these plants was your favorite or made you most excited about. Let's chat in the comments. Please subscribe to my channel for more plenty videos, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye!